Right people get to beat up the wrong people.
Usually, sometimes the wrong people have enough power to beat on the good. Okay, so it's not unlike our world, I guess.
When you boil it down. But this time, the good people have magic and knives.
Well,
Bad people.
well, this
True.
time the good people have magic and knives. It's a good qualifier. It's a good qualifier. Oh my goodness.
You know
Well
what
then,
is better than magic?
did you take a
Knives.
rest last time or what? I forgot.
I think we did.
You think?
We
Nice.
at least some people back up if I remember correctly. Made some medicine checks, fitted some rounds, killed the freaking living waterfall.
Yeah, you got punched by a waterfall. Ain't that something? Can you imagine having a life and then one day you get beat up by a waterfall?
Yes. Yes, I could.
No, 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 no. I don't. You don't understand. That's not what I mean. You can't prove me wrong.
Why
So,
not?
cause it's illegal. Point is, if you take a long rest, don't forget to give yourself your hit points times your level times combat back. If you, well, I don't know why you're in the sewer, hanging out in this room with several corpses and some people who are tied up and beaten up.
We didn't check this room yet.
Which room?
That one.
I don't see your ping. Let me zoom out a bit. Ping again. Ah, yes,
Yeah.
there. I can see it now. Sometimes my roll 20 is stupid, and I don't see things
Great.
moving or acting. Oh, there's two corpses here. I think that was the barracks. That room's a barrack. At least it looks like someday if you put enough beds in it, it might be one. For now, there's just two ramshackle double bunks and a hammock hanging from two loose bricks.
Whoa. Bricks.
Amazing. Great. Let's leave this place.
Bop, bop, bop. You walk back into yonder sewers. Everything is smell. Oh, I think I know why that shark was there. Okay, that's kind of weird, but all right. I think that shark. No, no, the brine shark's over there. Okay, so I don't know what happened to the brine shark. Why there was a brine shark token in the middle of a street.
My house.
Despite the fact that you killed a living waterfall made of sewage, the sewage still flows freely.
All the stuff that was in the waterfall probably just dumped back into the sewer.
I mean, it was at the bottom of the whole flow anyway, so, you know. In the middle of our house. I don't know why that's stuck in my head, but it is.
Because I wanted.
Saru! Ahead of you, you see. Well, they don't look like sewer walls. They look more like the sewers themselves grew onto this other complex. In fact, that counts for the whole pool you're standing near. This dried up, crusty pool.
All right. To the south.
You can go south if you want to, but who knows the risk you incur?
What's the soul area? All right.
Moving down south, you see quite a grisly sight around the corner. You see a goblin's corpse impaled by a series of sharp implements. The implements seem to have gotten stuck on the goblin and seemed incapable of resetting to their appropriate position.
Well.
Behind it is a door.
Let's thank this goblin for their contribution.
Thank you, Goblin.
Thank you very much.
And go check up on this door.
Check up on the door. Beyond it comes the soft sound of people chitting and chatting.
Aha. All right, there's people here.
They sound grumbly and grumpy.
Ooh, cranky.
That or they just have a naturally deep voice. You never know.
Yep.
Helping.
How many people? Like, is it a conversation or?
It's a conversation. It's not one person talking to themselves.
Could be. They might be doing two different voices.
Hmm.
It might be a GM hosting a game, but there's only himself. Boo 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 boo.
And it's a solo game. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna kick the door open.
With heroic and reckless abandon, after removing the goblin so that you can actually properly kick the door, it was kind of in the way until then. You make your way into a room containing several rough-looking individuals, some of whom are wearing fine robes. They are startled for a brief moment and then gather their composure. The only light source in this room, other than your lantern, is a brazier, lit with a particularly red flame. It's time for hitting things.
Hey.
Remember to clonk. Excuse me, I need to clear the initiative first. Whoop. And then I get to add him again. With his marvelous 23, he's ready to go to town. He's got his fists up. He's got his jukes.
Gonna clonk. I'm gonna bonk.
Shut up and clonk. And welcome to the. Oh no, what? Why did they roll in religion for initiative? That's probably.
Quick, Jesus! How quick do I move?
Okay. Additionally,
Yes.
just Ruffian, you're not the one who gets this roll. It's the prophet. At some point, I accidentally clicked someone else. There. But I'll keep the initial roll. A 2. Plus 12. Oof. And Le Ruffian. What about you? What's your perception? Ooh. Alright. Once everyone has made their prerequisite rolls, I'm going to sort the list. Asaru, you kick the door down, and you're first to move. They are startled for a brief moment as they ready themselves for combat.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna drop my torch where I was. Take a step forwards.
Whoa. Oh yes, you drop thine.
Yeah.
I'll just copy this torch. Step on over. Weapon out.
Step on over, weapon out. And go. Right. That was one action to move forwards, and then, yeah. And then I used 2 actions to do a power attack.
I think you mean a power miss.
Got him.
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right, the boy in the back. I mean, he's probably going to be fighting with Mr. Ruffian over there. So he's going to designate Mr. Ruffian as his special protection boy. Can move 25 feet, so he'll move over here and tries to get the cultist friend to move aside, please. Please, sir. You're standing in the way. The cultist seeing a giant weapon swing his direction, stumbles backwards in surprise. Ah! As he stumbles and steps, essentially, he bumps into the brazier, his shadow cast strongly against you, as he draws forth the dagger and whips it. Blart.
Now, into the wall behind me.
In the middle of the mall. Mr. Blart moves in with great force and swings his weapon fiercely. Oh, that's the wrong button. 20 feet. Okay, so that's probably 25 feet of movement. Whoosh. The weapon crashes into him, as he unfortunately did not have his defenses up as he made his forward move. Too busy on protecting his allies. Although, to be fair, this guy doesn't have a shield. I don't know why the bodyguard doesn't come default with a shield. Would have made thematic sense. Alright, Blart. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
We'll just operate under the presumption. This ruffian over here think he's gonna be sly and slick. You know, done that thing where they. By the way, man, we cannot hear you. Just in case you weren't aware that you were muted. By the way, I've noticed sometimes that when I'm on Discord, it randomly decides that your microphone is muted. I'm like, why? It's like it just is. And then I log into a call, and it's like, yeah, you're no longer muted. I'm like, why do you do this? What are the metric benefits of this? Anyway, he's just gonna stride over here because he thinks he's slick.
But is he?
Blart, not to tell you how to live your life, but if a man strides through your threatened area, you may use a reaction if you want to. You don't have to. You are allowed to leave him in his delusions. Ooh, misses by one. Once he's in place, let's see. Ah, yes. He's going to give you a good old classic snagging strike. With his hand outstretched, he tries to conk you on the head with a clonking stick. Fails. Oh, poor man, poor man. Well, that's his turn. He had to take out his club because he was too busy arguing to have his hands pre-packed. Unlike some people here. Yosh, you're in the dark. Your friends ran off. You might run around after the light source before you get lost.
That was the plan.
I get eaten by a Gru.
How small is Stillwater again?
Small if you can just kind of wiggle past them.
Small enough to just shoot above him?
Yes. They go up to your waist at most.
Good. Don't want to burn him. That would be kind of bad.
So, I think once this fight is over, you'll feel a little stupid about your approach to the situation. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there is a door to the north.
I see.
Always the squares.
So that guy is Waffen, right? So I'm gonna throw my flame at him.
It looks like the kind of guy who likes to perform feints. No, not feints. He tries to trap, push you, make you feel. Oh wow!
Spicy fire.
That's one spicy tamale. Let's see. You make attack roll. Oof! I don't know why it includes your saving throw DC. You need to get that fixed out, good sir. In fact, I'm gonna sort that out for you right now because I want this to do what it needs to and not what it could, what it can do. Gear. None. There. Alright. Marvelous. Let's see. Critical hit. He takes 24 persistent damage as he's now set on fire. Smolder, smolder, smolder. Additionally, he takes 12 damage from a fireball catching his cloak, causing him to, well, for a brief moment, kind of startle and panic, as you would when your cape catches fire. The prophet in the back. Hell yeah. Why don't they give these guys Divine Lance? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they have Divine Lance or not. What matters is that this guy is going to throw at the foul fiends. Actually, can they? No, they can't do both. I guess for now the smarter idea would be to get a little, just scooting a little closer and throw a little baby bless. Wow, 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 wow. As they unleash an unholy aura of sorts that causes her allies to become invigorated. Stillwater, your baby in the back.
Baby in the back. Baby in the back.
Would you like to change that circumstance?
Yeah, probably. Probably exposed because that ruffian has direct line of sight on me. So just gonna step you over and give him a stabby.
A little stabby.
Well, I appreciate your initial offering. It's the second offering that I'm gonna have to say yes to. You hit him for 5. Ah! As while his cape burns up, he gets hit in the ankle. Sorry, it's getting a little hectic around here.
Stab.
Additionally, your enemies are invigorated with an unholy aura.
Yeah. Well, I have guys behind and front, so I'm gonna go for a snacking strike on the bodyguard looking type. So.
What? Why would you be like that? You grab him.
Yeah. Grabbing and stab him for 9.
Marvelous. You got a firm hand on him. He's now flat-footed until the start of your next turn.
Yep. Bullet.
Luckily, he's not as slippery as a goblin would be, or a kobold who tend to slip out of there the second you get close.
They go run.
I'm baby.
Alright. And then I use my power attack to hit him with.
You put all your gumption into it. Yes.
Yeah, while holding on with my free hand.
You know,
Wham!
Ow. He crumples to the floor under the weight of your pommel, essentially. It's kind of hard to use a bastard sword effectively when you're also holding on to someone. Kind of limits your sword moves, but, you know, good old pommel strike always does them in good. Man, you know what I really like? I really like Ironclaw's overkill rules. Everyone within, like, short range, or was it near range, of the target becomes afraid because, holy shit, what did you just do? I want to make something like that for Pathfinder, because it's just hilarious. That everyone's like, whoa, easy there, buckaroo.
Is Dazzling Display still a feat?
Yeah, but that's a feat you gotta get, and it doesn't necessarily do what I want it to, which is if you just annihilate a person and reduce them to ash, and the ash explodes into fire.
Well, you can give a SRA free action intimidate check.
I mean, this guy didn't get overkill. Don't get me wrong. He did not explode. He did crumple, but more from, you know, he gets hit on the head with a pummel by a big, strong guy. He's unconscious, if not bleeding out. The cultist over here is like, oh no. This is my time to prove myself worthy. And he lets strange, ghostly... Goddamn, why is this window being so annoying? Just be a window already. He lets an unholy fervor take him over. Through him flows raw, eager to fight. Unfortunately, he forgot that Bless actually does not stack with this, so good on him as he reaches out with the dagger and swears revenge. And revenge he gets. That is a 16. Because it gets a +2 damage bonus and that doubles up. So yes, he jumps at you and gets you real good with it. Woo.
Okay, well, my AC is 19.
You can
Just,
see,
it's not an Uber crit, no.
Pathfinder is all about the knives.
16 damage. Oh,
Marvelous. You should have raised your shield, my good sir.
I don't have one.
Should have raised your shield, good sir. Blark, you do have a shield, and the guy came right into a flailing distance.
Yeah.
Well, shanking me.
I shall move over here.
Also, I'm gonna give this guy some light since he's technically on fire. It's a fun thing you can do. Is you can give someone who's on fire light as if they are a light source because they're on fire.
That means they are light source.
That's how light works.
I really do love that in Ironclaw they describe fire. Being on fire is very distracting. It still gets me. Like, you think?
Yeah, it kind of jumps to the top of your priorities.
Yeah, it really forces you to think about it a lot, which is, you know, they're like a clingy ex. It's like you want to get rid of them, but they want to stick around. But you don't like them, but they just don't give you the chance. All right, you're behind them. You got them flat-footed. They have a -2. Their armor class is now 13. So you might as well go for the 2 hits. Unless you want to put up your shield afterwards. It's up to you.
Right, guess I'll hit the coldest.
The prophet realizes the air. Oh god, that's a critical. Oof. He becomes dazed and dazzled by this firm swing to the back of his head.
Doink.
He turns around to face you as to increase his defenses, but you have 1 action left. What do you do with it?
I sweep at the. Let me. If you recall, my flail is a sweep weapon, which means
You get a +1 if you attack someone other than the original target. Yes.
Yeah. So I want to do this with a -4 to the prophet.
What do you acrobatics?
Oh, sorry, I meant athletics.
You give him a show at least. What are you athleticsing? Let me actually check the saving throws.
Prophet.
Yeah, okay. Well, neither fort nor reflex is enough for that to be negated. So whatever you're doing, if you're shoving them or tripping them, I assume you're tripping or disarming.
Tripping them. Yeah.
They fall over as you swing at the man's head, and with the same swing you go for the prophet's feet. They don't see it coming because they were expecting you to go for them again. Because look at that guy, he's such an easy wow, and crash into the ground. The ruffian is on fire.
That's not good. That's no good.
He's gonna step aside first, and he's gonna drop, stop, and roll real fast to try and get those flames out, because he does not want to be on fire. That hurts. Ah! And the flames are getting higher. They are, as he's now prone and trying to make the flames go out. Yoshk. You probably a little scared of yourself, maybe. I don't know how confident you are in your abilities to command fire, but that guy sure looks impressed.
I'm gonna walk up to him and just hit him with my claw, I guess.
That woman is not holding a dagger the way you should.
No. Yeah.
Always
that's fine,
hold.
I guess.
Always hold them. Always hold your weapons properly. But you are a
Yes,
druid. You wouldn't know that.
First, I'm gonna bite him, because that works perfectly fine on something that is burning.
You decide to bite a man who's on the ground squirming. He's
Oh,
rolling
dear.
too much for you to get a good bite in, unfortunately.
Get a mouthful of
You have 1
dirt.
action left.
And I'm gonna try to claw him.
I appreciate that despite the fact that this man is on the ground and... Okay, there you go. That actually hits him.
I mean, that man is rather smoking.
The prophet is on the ground. The prophet's on the ground. Well, the fun thing about being on the ground is that you don't really get a lot of options. When you're next to a fighter, it's like, okay, you can crawl away, you'll get hit. You stand up, you get hit. You try to do anything fancy that's not an attack, you get hit. Life's
One
good
way or
when you're a
another,
ninja
you're
block.
getting hit.
I mean, being on the ground against the melee is always bad. It's good
it's just-
against the ranged.
Lay there.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, the harm version doesn't. Okay, it doesn't increase the base damage. I forgot that. Otherwise, harm would be ridiculous. Well, well. Is Sanctuary? Well, they're gonna have to go for it. They're going to cast Sanctuary on themselves, provided that Blart doesn't blart them into oblivion. Blart, their armor class is 15. You might want to take this because they're casting a spell.
Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm just wondering if they can cast while prone.
I presume they can. But let's see if
as
they,
long as they can speak and move their hands.
as long as they can do the ninjutsu against you, yes. But Naruto used Rasengan while he was prone. Or something. I don't fucking know. Let's see. It does not restrict the action types you can take in any way. So they can cast spells while they're on the floor being weenies.
Right.
Well, that's not the critical. You need to cancel the attack outright, but a 10 still hurts like hell. After that, since you're now reactionless, they crawl away slightly. Stillwater. The choice is yours. Did you know that people who are prone are flat-footed?
It's always good to know.
Just the thing your roguish personality would know.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump over here and stabby him in the butt.
That's kind of rude.
Well, considering he's prone, that's a critical. So I think that's an overkill. Like, if you, so that's 34. You dealt as much damage as his full health bar would have been, my good sir. That's like you hit someone in the heart or in the throat.
Yeah,
And he's on
that's not the
fire.
boss.
Okay, so now there's this crispy body on the floor.
White
then
axe to the
I'm going-
cabbage.
Quick draw out my bow and attack the prophet.
Well, lucky you. They haven't taken cover on the ground. Unfortunately,
Yes.
they still have some of their defenses up. Additionally, you have to roll me a will save. They have Sanctuary up.
Right.
DC. Oh, okay, cool. In that case, you can just attack them.
I'm determined.
And that's what happens. Asaru.
Yeah, I have a knife-wielding madman in front of me.
It's just like
I'm
Call of
over
Cthulhu.
here.
Did they have a penalty to the AC from a whatever thing they're doing?
Yeah, they're in a frenzy, so they have a -2. And they're also flat-footed, which means that they're at AC 13 because of Blart.
Okay. Kinda.
That'll do it.
That's -14. He too crumples under the weight of your big sword.
Strong. Okay. Then I'll move over here and try to attack the
Halt! You are under arrest. Do not resist.
person on the floor. So, will save.
You make it. You can make your attacks.
Dang. Ha.
Well, it's only 6, unfortunately. For whatever that means. The cultists off the initiative order Blart. The cultist looks like they're going to go downstairs and call for help. Go deeper down into this strangely immaculate temple you find yourself in. Now that you have a good moment to look around, this place doesn't look like much of a sewer. It looks like it should be on the surface. A fancy cathedral for all who want to worship whatever god these guys are into, which is probably not a good one.
I nudge at the prophet to look at me.
I mean, they are looking at you since you're busting a move. Oh no! Well, unfortunately, their holy fervor makes them quite resistant to attempts to intimidate them.
Oh well.
Their LDC is 21. Like, hey, to be fair, clerics.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, clerics get they usually have wisdom and they get expertise. They get expert training in saving throws. Will so.
Well, guess you need to try to make this to hit him.
You can't find yourself to attack someone who's cowering on the floor like a coward.
Hmm.
Okay, well that's just this turn. Okay, fantastic. Ruffian's not in it. Yoshk. There's a burning man. There's a lot of fire in this room. There's two. There's
That's
a brazier.
good.
There's a torch. There's a man. What do you think about the interior decoration? Would you like to post a reply on Yelp?
Could be a little bit more on fire.
Well, you're gonna have to learn Fireball if you want to really set a room on fire.
No, I don't have that spell.
I don't approve. Can you roll me that will
Chomp.
save first?
Yes, I'm sorry.
They're still. Well, there they go. You practically bite their face off.
Whoa.
Chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp,
Oh
Chomp, chomp.
man,
chomp, 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 chomp.
finally.
Chomp,
This
chomp,
is
chomp,
my
chomp,
character.
chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomping people. Feels is great.
All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of an experience tally. I really am learning the experience from the top of my head. Ah, my ear. I gotta add a bodyguard. I gotta add a ruffian. Gotta add a cultist. Gotta add a prophet, which is 40. Marvelous. Oh heck, you're almost at level 3.
Wow.
Anyway, you find yourself at a staircase. Leading down is this immaculate temple, the designs of which are quite disturbing. I mean, you just bit someone's face off, but that doesn't mean that the concept of ritualistically and almost at an industrial scale draining the blood from people is still kind of an unnerving thing to look at.
I mean, for me, it's disgusting because it's industrial, I guess.
They
Eh.
don't have blood.
Chomping people, that's pretty natural, so that's
I mean,
fine.
imagine like people hanging upside down by their feet chained to a larger chain that drags them across a large gutter where all their blood goes down as it spills from their split necks.
Neat.
Yeah, that's
It's yes,
it's,
you fool.
that's no good.
You're polluting the environment with all this something.
But that,
Chomp. I love me some chomps. Ugh, I need the chomp emote. It's kept from me. My true purpose in life. Okay. Someone just showed me this Yu-Gi-Oh card and I can't stop giggling.
Oh yeah, Comic Hand.
Comic hand.
Two world.
I'm gonna
the
keep
evil card, the white dragon into a comic toon thing. Horrible.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of blood, Josh, could you maybe please help me keep mine in?
Your
Oh,
friend
you
got
damage.
got a little split by that dagger, yes.
Ah, yes, what was something. How long is the last treatment ago? I forgot.
If you're just treating someone's wounds, that's 10 minutes.
Okay, then it should be fine.
I was
Keep his blood inside. Don't make it worse. If you need
Blood will
instructions on
kill
where the blood goes, look at the pictures on the walls around you and do the opposite.
So yeah, that's fine then.
You
About how many?
you slap an atomic-sized band-aid on your friend. Ba-pow.
That was 8, yes. It's not that much, sadly.
Out of thing.
that'll help.
Do these goons have anything on them?
Let's see what the goons have on them. Well, I mean, the prophet-looking character with the fanciest robes of the bunch did have... I mean, for some reason they come with a pouch of rocks, which makes me giggle. But they have a manifesto, as in some sort of long, just drowling religious text. Other than that, nothing too exciting in terms of items. They just have their equipment to fight with.
None of them were carrying a healing potion or.
No,
Kind of what I
not
was looking
really.
for.
I mean, judging by the goblin that's impaled in front of the door, probably don't get many visitors around here.
I just checked. I still have a minor healing potion. I could give you that one.
Ooh. Well, if you do, how much did those heal? 1d8?
Yes, 1d8.
Okay. Well, if you give it to me, I'll just drink it immediately.
Yeah, let's do this.
Well,
Hey, it's something.
well, maybe that had gone flat.
Listen, you gotta drink your healing potions within 1 to 2 business weeks.
Mm,
Otherwise, it loses that fizzle and pop.
yeah.
I had floaties in it.
So it's kind of like cold coffee. It's just disgusting and it doesn't really help.
Anyway, the stairs you're standing next to seem to go down for quite a distance, eventually splitting, spiraling, etc. It's a long way down for a stair. I'm not talking like it goes down the depth of a mountain, but it goes down a way.
I mean, takes more than
Bit of a
10
wall.
minutes. I could give you another check up later.
They're immune for an hour to treat wounds, good sir.
Oh, right.
It takes 10 minutes. Oh my god. Listen,
Yes.
listen. I just love the dogs. They give love bites, and they like you. This one just practically eats her whole head.
No, that's a troll.
If you ever need to be told why wolves are terrifying and people have make such it's because they can do this. Wolves
Yeah,
can
they
do
can
this. They can
Fit
just
your whole fucking head in your mouth.
they can bite your head off if they get the chance. Just oh my god, the cat! I like the cat looks at the camera like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm
And then
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I love animals who don't rely on sight because their eyes usually go weird places.
Oh yeah, I also pick up my torch again.
You pick up your
Oh.
torch again. How sexy. Anyway, now that we're past the sexy part of this adventure, do you want to go down the stairs, or do you feel that perhaps pouring an infinite amount of oil down there and just lighting it all up is the better idea? Don't know where you have an infinite supply of oil, but it's a possibility if you have it.
Yeah, I left my infinite supply of oil back in the village.
I like the idea if you have one of those alchemical jugs and you just pour it down and they're like, stop spilling oil down here. You're committing an eco disaster in our temple.
We could also pour. Yeah, one of those. We could also pour down mayo.
Just pour like a whole stream of mayo, and someone's like, a bit of mayo, bit of mayo, bit of mayo, as they walk their way up.
Oh,
Eventually.
Why are you licking mayo off the floor? The answer is, well, it's good mayo, man. Awesome. I got my
because
French.
they're nasty.
He doesn't. He has a bag of French fries, and he keeps dipping them in, and somehow that's better. Anyway,
Still floor mayo.
I need to put you guys at the base of the stairs because it's a different map. A map that doesn't have fancy lighting because it's a little bit of too big of a map and it's a little bit too complex of a map. So if I try to do lighting, I'm pretty sure Roll20 still can't handle this. I don't want to dare because it would take a lot of work, and I'm not in the mood. Also, this is one thing that I've really grown to appreciate about Foundry is that Foundry has a pseudo grid that it uses for a lot of things, so it's a little bit easy to keep everything consistent. Anyway, you arrive at a landing. Two large set of doors warn you that the god of blood darkness and all kinds of evil things lie beyond these fine gates. The gates themselves are made out of a black rocky substance, glittering with tiny filaments of red. Upon it is the beautifully sculpted iconography of a goat's skull. Its horns appear to be gouts of fluid.
Oh.
I know a lot about goats, but that doesn't look right.
You're quite certain horns are not geysers.
Good old bloodhorn. Good.
going and pressing the door open, which does not offer any resistance if you try, lie a hallway with statues and depictions and all kinds of maddening images that are so distant and strange to you. Though to be fair, you're not much of a historian.
Nope.
A strange fey wind comes from the east. From the south, you hear slight groaning and shuffling. From the west, you hear people chattering. Like idle conversation while you're standing on guard.
Chattering, right.
Not a discussion, not an argument.
And not breaking apart.
And they are totally paying attention. Do not doubt their professionalism. Stillwater, gosh, this place is huge. Look at all those pillars.
Mm,
Actually, I think
Rent on this place must be crazy.
this place must be...
huge ass place.
How wide is a foot? Like for my visual perception. Oh, that's pretty wide. I think a
The
little
size of your foot.
a stillfighter could probably take cover behind pillars like these.
I mean,
It wouldn't be great cover, but it would be cover of some sorts. Your divine connections cause you to have strange shivers on your back, as if you are desecrating an ancient burial ground for something that must not be disturbed. But you're not quite sure what that means. Like whatever, you're not supposed to be here at the risk of waking up what's here, or out of reverence for what lies here. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to
Okay.
Windy Place, Talky Place, or Moaning Shambling Place?
curious about Windy Place.
Then go to the wind, my good friends.
That was to the east, right?
Yes, that was over here.
Yeah.
Should probably not use yellow for this. Also, all this blue makes me think of yes. I went to the eye person and they got my eyes measured. And one of the things they did is they flashed my eyes with to get a picture of my retina or behind it, like my I think that's my retina, and everything was red for a period of time. It was great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're gonna call me if I'm dead from eye.
Oh, good. Hey, turns out you're blind. Oh. That explains so much.
Was it the 20 kilowatt laser you blasted at my retina? Like,
Turns out
well,
we
you know,
used a
we shouldn't.
gun by
You
mistake.
shouldn't draw conclusions. We should wait for a second opinion. Don't get too hasty. A cursory glance downwards reveals some sort of. Well, there's a door up north.
Mm.
You're not sure what to make of the iconography, since you're not a religious person, I imagine. Unless you are, in which case you might know what it means.
Not really, no.
Who knew having some religious experience is useful when going after a cult?
I'm more of a nature person. Much more
Only
homely.
religion Hasaru knows is trees.
As
Well,
Blart
swamps.
and Yosh make their way into the hallway, they can also hear a
Swamps
faint
have trees.
snoring coming from the south. Imagine sleeping on the job.
Snoring sounds.
I would never do that.
Would you? Wouldn't thine...
Imagine sleeping when you're supposed to be doing something.
Your attempt to decipher the iconography, as you get closer to it, I mean, it's like it's like someone taking a shower. It's the shower room, maybe. They hold their arms up, water falls down, or some sort of liquid falls down upon them. Maybe it's not water.
Maybe
And as
it's
it-
mayo.
And as it rains down upon them, a divine light shines from above.
Josh, could you come here and take a look at this? You might know more about this stuff.
Josh, look at this cool door.
What is going on here?
Weird carvings.
Did you just fade out of existence and back? Like normally tokens slide
Yes.
across, but you just kind of fade it.
Yeah, that's my shtick.
How did
I
you?
just fade in and out.
Well, all right. Josh, you take a look at the door. You're pretty sure that's where they do baptisms. where they dip babies in magic water.
Okay.
It's a thing you do to make sure that the baby doesn't get immediately possessed by devils while their soul is weak and vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain that to the others then.
Remember to dip your babies in the dip sauce.
If these guys are evil people, why would they want babies
So that the
not
angels can't get to them.
Oh.
Stay away from her, you Jehovah's Witness.
My family dips us in the swamp water.
That's just called being clumsy.
Not entirely sure what that wards off.
Words off the city, people.
Yep.
Done a great job so far.
Only died like what, twice?
Twice.
Not in the city.
Down to the south is another hallway.
Oh
The
yeah, is there...
sound of water is audible in the air.
We are under a sewer.
Well, this is more like crashing waves.
Oh.
Going to the beach. This is the beach episode.
Being waters elementals.
Could be.
What about the windy sound?
It's also down there, yes. Wind and water.
Okay, what the hell? I'm gonna
like
listen.
La Mer.
I'm gonna listen at the door here. What the hell is going on here?
You listen at the door and hear only an idle muttering.
Mada mada mada.
Bada boom bada bing, baby.
And there's something there. Don't know what though.
Stillwater, down the road, you see a portcullis leading into a large, well-lit area where there is water and an endless ocean.
See.
Okay. Here's another door.
Is there another door? It's the same door with the same iconography as the one to the northwest.
Do I hear the same sounds?
Yes.
We could probably pincer that room if we want to.
Yeah. Okay. Should we try and pincer this weird room?
Sure. It's the worst that could happen.
Everybody does.
And okay, so you decide to storm into the room.
Yeah, I guess. Yes.
You charge into a room within which you find an altar, a large pool of bubbling liquid, and several statues along the wall, each of which depicts a guardian demon strangling or otherwise mutilating angelic and deific figures. A single mephit dripping of water as if he's made of it hovers over and near the pool, and seems to be reading out of a small book covered in red leather. He is startled by your appearance. What do you do?
Drop the book.
He refuses. Because if he does, he'll drop the book in the water, and he doesn't want to do that. And he's like, go away! I'm busy.
Table or something.
Busy with what?
Important business.
Amazing.
I'm trying to figure out how to do a summoning of an elemental of water. Unholy water. That'll sure give those goody two-shoes a scare.
Does sewage count as unholy water? Because if so, someone beat you to it upstairs.
No! That just sounds unhygienic. And would also
really
decrease the
was.
efficacy of the water by having all those strange particulates in it. This is pure water, and thus the elements will be ever stronger, filled with an unholy infusion.
And who are you planning on attacking with this
The
elemental?
surface world, of course. All of its fine people once we are ready.
Okay, so we can probably beat you up then.
What?
Yeah.
He immediately returns to his book, attempting to fulfill what he had started.
Yeah, assume the position.
Spankety spankety.
Mm.
His hands swerve and sway as he begins the incantation necessary.
Trust a little twerp.
Should he succeed, a large water... Stillwater! Your lacking initiative rules are I'm gonna have to call your your parents about this.
I'm not speedy, except I am, but I'm just bad.
Your legs are too small.
There's too much wind in. Yeah, to move
Gosh.
quick.
It's a water method. If he gets a turn, he gets to summon a big spooky scary thing. Get him!
Yeah, since he's a water method, I already know that he's kinda immune to my fire skills.
I mean, he's probably somewhat resistant to fire.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
This
let's
is
just move up to him and spank him.
This is why I like the trigrams and the I Ching, the whooshing more, because it's a more interesting elemental system than opposites and a plus sign. Have a nice cycle. A cycle of pluses, of minuses, of self-annihilation. Anyway, you go for this poor innocent man and miss. He swooshes with great agility. Asaru.
Okay. Hopping over the pool. Whoop. Get to the other side of this thing.
No summoning allowed.
Let's go for two hard hitting attacks. This side. Yeah, this side. Wham!
Ouch. That's a big wow. Oh yeah, water and water. Ugh.
And a 9.
Sexy. You get one reaction as the method has to finish up the incantation, which is spellcasting. If you can do 4 damage with this reactive attack, you strike at him, and suddenly the many human features that make up this method vanish, as it simply becomes a pool of water that splooshes on the floor.
Sploosh.
The water, stirring just a moment ago, ceases to stir and has lost all of its, well, animation, so to speak. You are left with the quiet of a room.
Yay, room.
Which makes me sad. You would have been fighting another waterfall, but this one has bigger punches because he's made of evil water. Why must you ruin things for me?
I don't want to get baptized by an evil water elemental.
Yeah,
That's what they all
we
say.
barely got out of the last one.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do that chicken thing they do with the SpongeBob meme. I don't want
Oh man.
Actually, I don't think it would have affected you at all. I forget that unholy water only works on celestials or creatures that are weak to damage. He would not have been splooshing you. But it would have been scary!
Bookie.
Don't like scary water elementals. Poopy one was bad enough.
How about they confiscate his book? So they
You take his strange red book. It's not that big, because the method's not that big.
try it again.
Oh my god. I like that people use that one, even though there apparently is a much better version where you can do the mixed caps thing. Anyway, Stillwater examines the altar.
Altar.
Looks hella rad. It's covered in well, or at least it has components made of gold.
Shiny.
Well, it is an altar. It's got to look fancy.
Wanna try and scrape those off?
Wow.
It's an altar. It's funky religion stuff. That's not my. That's not my style, yo.
It's good ways to get smitten.
Uh,
You can't stop thinking about that Duke Doo. Duke. It's ironic that it is 0% fat, since technically Ferris usually want a very fatty diet. The little Dukesters. Moving right along, where do you want to go next? What doors do you wish to open? What worlds do you wish to explore?
Corridor time.
No, corridors are scary.
Corridor time.
Looks like the
Porygon
perfect-
team.
portcullis here. Which is that portcullis closed?
It is closed. There seems to be some sort of lever ratcheting mechanism in the wall next to it.
Ah.
In fact, now that you've given it a cursory glance, you can tell that the portcullis is surrounded by runes. Beyond it, you can see an endless, clear ocean. And a soft ocean breeze waves through.
Weird.
You're
Oh.
weird.
That's not how houses work.
This isn't a house. Those rules don't apply, baby.
Oh no.
Get some underground connection to the sea.
So,
yeah.
do you want to start
Did
opening
we
some
hear-
doors?
Did we hear snoring somewhere? from
Yeah,
here?
that was down south where the shuffling and moaning came from.
Not from
Not in
from
this area,
corridor. Okay. Let's try to open this door.
Knock knock.
Don't know why my mic keeps falling down. You open up le door. You find a small room. Adjacent to another smaller room. The two rooms seem to contain a series of boxes and strange materials. There's a chart on the wall. Timetable? And the smaller room is a ladder going straight up.
What is that? Is that backwards U?
Le door.
Upside down in?
It's an upside down
Assuming it's
U.
up.
I had to turn this tile around. Baby, right round, like a record, baby. Actually, I think it's a mirrored U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, since we're talking about
Can
right
you-
round, baby, right round, don't. I would like to remind you that someone did make and did use in a certain game the Super Mario World version of right round as the star music, and I can't stop thinking about that. There's a part of me that always thinks of that part. Anyway, the items in this room are not of immediate use, but, you know, if you really wanted to become a bulk goods trader. The ladder, by the way, goes up quite a way.
Huh.
Was seeing any ladders down when we were up there.
I mean, you're quite a distance away from the original entered, so who knows where this
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, probably back to the city.
Ha ha ha, city.
Well then. Let's check the other side.
You find A small room, mostly filled with materials and supplies necessary to construct unholy water.
Hmm.
I'm going to tell you. Essentially, there's some glass bottles here. There's necessary powders. All in all, if you were to take all this together, there's enough here to make about 20 portions.
Oh.
Which, in essence, would equate to around 30 gold. It takes up about 2 bulk. It's a pretty bulky thing to take with you.
Okay. Unholy water makings.
I mean, you know, it could go either way. You could use it to make holy water. They're pretty close. Components are nigh identical.
You just need to either whisper bad words or nice words to them.
Don't swear during my holy water creation ritual.
Okay. Well, if Yoshk wants to brew up some kind of aligned water.
If you use these supplies, you can essentially make them for free. If that's for some reason something that you're concerned about. Or you could sell it. For money.
We are fighting demon lovers.
Yeah, holy water might be useful.
Can I even do that?
I don't know.
Forgot how crafting works in Pathfinder 2.
Yeah, what do you need to brew up some holy water?
Well, you generally need a little bit of silver. You need some special herbs and incense. You need the right magic words. You need some pure water.
More like skill-wise.
I guess it depends on the item itself. On the consumables, other consumables. Let's see what unholy water has to say. If you want to make a nice old bottle of unholy water, well, it's divine, so you probably need to have some knowledge religion and crafting. But other than that, anyone can really do it. It's a ritual, and anyone can cast rituals.
Okay.
But it's one of those rituals that's more like abracadabra, abracazoo. I like unholy water, and now so do you. Sparkle, sparkle.
Okay, well, why not try making us a batch of holy water then?
It's gonna take you a little time, good sir. You don't just crap out a bottle of this stuff.
Yeah, and if I'm not correctly, my character sheet kind of sucks at crafting.
Well, you can have someone else do the crafting, you do the holy stuff, so.
Yeah.
You do need the formula, and this does not provide the formula for either.
I asked, so forget it.
You have the ingredients, you don't know what the proportions are.
Right.
I'm nuts to that then.
So you're gonna ignore the ocean blue down below?
Well, the wall's covered in runes. If I touch that, I'm probably going to explode.
Well, the gate, the doorway itself is covered in runes. The portcullis is not, and there's a winch mechanism near it. But yes.
Guess I pull the lever.
With reckless abandon, you pull out the lever and open up the door, letting you through.
Using the words.
Yes, I know the French.
Okay. And the runes are on this side of the portcullis.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can't see the other side of the portcullis, good sir.
Well, I'll.
Do you have special eyes?
No, but I do have a big ass sword that I use to scratch out the runes on this side.
Oh. All right. How much effort do you put into that? Because it might take a bit.
I just smack it into the into the roots.
Attack
So
the
Roll me,
amazing.
roll me an attack roll then, good sir, as you try to destroy the runes.
Yeah.
It's Ludor, and you cannot look convince me otherwise. Oh my god, you can't cook it by the book. With vicious...
I mean, in French it's port, and there's la porte, so
Yeah, but port is not door, is it? Nah.
it is in French.
That's not
You,
in
you
English.
magic. You're at the boss of me.
You
Can't
slam
turn
and slam.
everything.
And as
You
you
can't turn everything into the meme. That doesn't.
and as you destroy the runes, the portcullis leads to a flat wall.
Amazing. You did something somehow.
Like you see the
Ah.
image of the small dock bridge thing. The ocean crackle, distort, and warp until it's just a brick wall.
Take
Oh.
that, ocean.
Oh, it was just an illusion.
Yes,
Yep,
sure.
That's the story I'm sticking to. Yep, I saved us from the illusion.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
you're my
Yeah,
hero.
you did it. You're a hero.
Mm-hmm. That was an actual portal to somewhere that will piss them off.
Yeah, who knows? On the other hand, you might have just locked off the answer to all of your questions.
Eh,
But that's just anxiety. If you don't have it, you don't have to suffer that.
nope. Just an illusion. With shuffling sounds this way.
Yes, off in the distance you still hear snoring.
Hmm. Snoring.
Yes, 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 snore, snore, sleepy, sleepy, snore, snore.
Well done, Yosh.
What does the gang do with this fine and high quality of information?
Hmm.
Little
Well,
thing.
Snowing usually means living things
it's,
that you can surprise by a sneak attack.
yeah, some sneaky person could maybe go down there and stab some sleepers. Yeah.
I wonder who could be the person who could do that.
We
Hmm.
don't know if everybody sleeps, just that one person is sleeping. And even if there's multiple persons down there, who knows? Maybe it's a
Certainly
beast.
tried to a sneaky.
Stillwater decides to sneak in. Sneak, sneak. You walk past a door which has a slot that's way too high, so you can see inside. So you can't see inside. Why are you such a little bop? I still
Sometimes, babe.
can't get over that one time Raku said babu. Oh! Precedents have been set.
Babu?
Yes. Babu. When he was looking
Babu?
for the chows. In Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, so it wasn't even La Mulana.
No, I didn't see Damulana. I don't know why. I just kind of stopped watching it because I felt disappointed in myself for never beating the game. Point is, you can't see inside of the doors in their fancy looky slots, but you do see someone slowly creep around the corner, which is because of perspective. They're not moving. You just because of perspective are now seeing someone. Would you like to sneak closer? Roll me some stealth.
My button behind all the other windows.
Oh, it's fucking Babu is. Ugh, man, La Mulana's weird. What an incredible video game that is. It's apparently old too, which gets me.
Mm-hmm. La Mulana
Classic.
2 is happening soon.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
what gets me is La Mulana is probably is an incredibly complicated and very involved game, yet it's old. It's like, man, look at this modern new stuff, and I'm like, listen, you little shit. It's never ever been the limitation of the computer. It's always been the limitation of the
I
creator.
mean,
And then I pointed all these people who made fantastic games that aren't as complicated for no reason, and I'm like, look at these losers. Look at this man. Made one of the best games ever, but he didn't put in that you die when you read a stone, that it tells you not to read. What a loser.
That's when the real
I
love
mean, there was a warning.
Do you want to preserve your right to agency, or do you want to live mother? Anyway, you look around the corner and you see two people having a big snooze.
What, just on the floor?
No, they're sitting in like chairs.
Oh.
Up ahead is a door
Very
that is
bad
slightly
as it
ajar.
goes. What is it, a jar or a jar?
Neither. Haha, got him.
What does it mean?
I don't know what the end plan was when I got down here. I'm just gonna look back down the corridor and
I like that
shrug,
you forgot the plan.
What? Plan was come down here.
You can, I don't know, maybe like write a letter.
Dear Congress.
I
Found these guys doing a sleepy.
I want you to pass a law that the door is ajar. Now, Dizzy, I don't appreciate how prepared you are.
hmm.
I mean, I could give him a stabby.
I can't. That cat needs to know that that's not safe. Like that.
But
But the cat is a liquid, so it's fine.
No, but I
Cats
mean
can-
breathing.
cats can do what they want.
Sure. Just don't forget to pour him out. Pour one out for him. If cats are a liquid, why can't I spread one cat over 2 glasses? Huh? Riddle me
know.
that, science.
Because cats are really vicious.
Oh, highly viscous. Fair enough. Oh my god. That is the least amount of effort I've seen anyone who ever... Anyway, so, Stillwater, what do you want to do? Your friends are all the way over there, and you're all the way over here.
I mean, I guess I could attack them.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
Fine.
listen the fuck up. How the hell did that cat fit in that tiny fishbowl? What?
It's a
Cats
liquid.
can do as they want.
They are
Gravity
not
has
bound
no
by the
effect
rules
on them.
of your world.
I'm a cat. Meow. I like that he still looks kind of comfy.
If I fit, I sit.
Why are you so comfy in there? I'm jealous.
Baby.
Anyway, baby T baby.
Yeah, I'm also creeping down the corridor.
Creepy, 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 taking little steppy steps.
Well, I should be high enough to look through the slot in this door.
You look
thought it
through the
doesn't
slot
have-
in the door and you see a prison room, and within it is a skeleton.
Rattle me bone.
He
Oh.
stands there idly, not even swaying back and forth. He's just perfectly supported.
He's a skeleton.
Okay. They had imprisoned a skeleton.
He went to jail for skeleton crimes.
That's something. Just making my way silently down the corridor, looking through doors.
You see through this one a larger skeleton. A large, brooding husk.
Skeleton 2, the sequel to Skeleton.
Now bigger and more menacing than the last one.
Yep.
Unfortunately, if you want to look at the other 2 doors, you're going to have to roll for stealth, because it's getting a little close to these sleepy beepy people.
Suppose I can, like, give the signal that I'm about to attack this person.
I mean, they're so asleep you could probably, if you kill one of them in one blow, you could kill the other one in one blow.
Oh, come on.
Asaru is going to
Sorrow.
Is it gonna wake him up?
Hero point.
Asaru, how about before you start rolling hero points, I tell you whatever they even notice you or not, because they have a -10, they're asleep.
Oh.
It's very hard to notice other people when you're having a big snooze. Despite the fact that you're about as subtle as a fucking brick in a room, you do manage to sneak on by without waking them.
Alright then.
Not gonna stop me from glaring at you.
The average person is not going to be woken up by just people. It takes a high level of awareness or being a light sleeper.
At least advantage scale armor.
Or being practically next to the person, I guess.
Okay.
So what are you? Okay, you peek inside. You see a large zombie. Quite a brutish thing. Arms as big as your head.
Okay.
In the final chamber,
Keeping these things in storage.
in final chamber, you see
Oh.
a swarm of crawling hands, as if many spiders. The small slot actually has some reinforced bars to make sure that these small hands cannot crawl through.
Expecting a small zombie, but
Haha.
taking the pattern.
Be back in a second.
In the room Stillwater's in, there is a release lever over here.
Probably stop them from using that.
Yes, you should.
Okay. Well, I'll try and creep next to this guy and do a synchronized coup de grace on them.
Sure. Go for it.
That's a thing in this system.
He is flat-footed and he loses any dex he has to his armor class, so go nuts.
I say. Are we doing a double stabby?
I don't know why sequential stabbies isn't in your wheelhouse, but go nuts. Let me actually look up some.
I meant double stabby as in we're attacking at the same time, so if one wakes up, then the other one won't have a chance.
So it's not a automatic critical or anything in this.
No, I don't think Pathfinder 2 has a coup de grace system.
Yeah.
Or a coup de grace.
A coup de grace.
A cup of grace.
1 cup.
Okay,
well, let's do the stabby.
Yep, well, you do the stabby, I do the hacky.
Well, yeah, that'll do him in. It's an auto crit.
Oh.
In that case, you have successfully silenced both voices at once.
Good job, guys.
We did it! We solved the sleep puzzle.
If you want to call this a puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
I mean, this was a high efficient way to manage
Puzzle
those.
and I solved it.
Sleeping people, let's just kill them. That's plan.
Well, there was a lever that they could have pulled to release all the skeletons and zombos.
All the specimens, yes. The door to the south Stillwater says, unprepared specimens.
There's no way that can end badly, huh?
Yes.
To be honest, it's quite dumb both of them to sleep on the job.
I forgot, I have polygon reveal powers.
Ooh, fancy dancing.
So I'm guessing they were guarding the corpse room.
Probably. You can have a peek if you want to.
Peeky peek.
You push lay door, lay open.
Why has this game got so much French in it?
It's a very French environment, yes.
Warg.
Inside this room, once you push open the large soundproof doors, you find several very rowdy undead. and a very rowdy set of wargs wiggling in large cages.
Ugh.
You would describe them as uncooperative.
Uh,
Are you guys the kind of uncooperative that if we open these doors, you will just maul and kill us? Or
I
are
mean,
you
they're trying
guys,
to
like-
maul and kill you already, and the doors are in the way, so...
I mean, I'm trying to be polite. At worst, we can just leave from here. But I'm just like, we don't like the guys that were holding you here too. And if we let you out and you go,
Well, they can't tell the
hog
difference,
wild on 'em.
probably.
I was kind of overestimating their intelligence, really.
I mean, wargs are smart, but, you know, they're also kind of meanies.
Yeah, they're kind of cranky.
I mean, so far, every one of these you've seen have been kind of cranky.
We didn't see much of the other one. We just kind of, let them have their way with some cultists.
Oh yeah, we left them a written message.
While I appreciate your go-get-em attitude, are you sure you want to let... Like, even if you can convince them of this, are you sure you want some random wargs to, like, stir up every alarm?
How about we don't do that?
It's the worst that could happen.
Well, they'll attack and eat us.
The worst situation, they
Yeah.
attack and eat you, yes. But considering there's only one release lever, there's a chance that it will also make the undead come out. And they'll try to eat you as well. So, yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Probably is best just to leave them here.
No,
They seem
that's
pretty angry.
Just
Yeah.
if we could just block the lever somehow so he can't get out, even if somebody wants to release them. And then we fuck that up and we release them on our own, and then basically that, I don't know.
Can we unscrew the lever?
Sure, why not?
That's so stupid.
You can use it as a shoddy club if you wanted to.
Yeah, you have to take it with you, because if you just unscrew it and leave it at the same place, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, we need to leave it somewhere where it's sort of logical that one would find something like that.
Maybe under the chairs of the people you recently killed.
Yeah, so that some kind of point and click adventurer can figure out this puzzle.
Yes, I have to combine those two items that have nothing to do with each other to create a bomb.
If you pull one of the levers, you'll arbitrarily lose 1d3 stats. Welcome to Choose Your Own Adventure Stories. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, wait. The undead are uncontrolled or something, right?
Yes, they're basically feral.
The walks in. Is there like a slot in that door?
It's a cage more like it. So there are bars. You could poke them if you want it.
I just tossed the lever into the first cage.
There it is. The work doesn't appreciate this.
Yep. Have at it.
Actually gets pretty grumpy at the fact you throw in the key to the door in there, and you can't use it. You're a jerk.
Nibble on it like a bone.
Another day saved.
Another saved date. After all, dater sads are safe or sane.
What the heck?
Yeah, those were
Dat or
certainly
do, da
words.
skibbly do, as they say. Marvelous.
Eat up and do and deep bait boo.
Dibin ba dee boo die, dee ba da ba doo ba doo bye.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah.
This is a scat only role playing game.
Not scat, no!
My character now only knows one language, and it is scat.
I'm scared, man.
But that means poopy.
Yeah.
Well, no. I
It also means singing, but not words.
think it's with a K in this case.
No, I think
Amazing.
it's still C.
Yeah, it's
sorry,
PC.
I didn't hear the difference between k and k. Didn't know English was such a Chinese language when it came to the intonation. Or French. French has it too. We don't need to go to the Orient to find languages that are stupid about their pronunciations. Hell, you can find them in your own backyard if you look hard enough.
Yep.
Say what you want, but N and M are really close.
This will see. Huh.
Just because N involves you pushing your tongue to your dentals. Anyway, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? There's a nice statue here. The statue of a firm warrior, his blade outstretched as if pointing towards the sunset. You also hear muttering coming from this diagonal hallway. It's only diagonal for the map. It's not necessarily diagonal to you.
That's a riddle. Does this still have a slot on it?
No, it's just a door.
Just a boring old door.
Do you wish to peek through and see yonder?
Alright, that's possible, sure.
You peek through and see yonder. A hallway, a passage, as it were, going to locations that are not where you are right now.
Amazing.
More rooms.
This is the room episode.
Still water, you can see through this long ass hallway.
Wow. Wow, hallway. Wow. Wow.
I think Silver broke.
At the end of it is some people standing near a pool of water. They have bows and arrows, and they're just having some chit-chats.
Bows and arrows.
Arrows and bows.
Zweig? What a freaking word-ass word that is.
Yeah, that's from my backyard. It's Zweirsch.
Oh, it's Luxembourgish.
Yeah.
Tweet.
Zweirschen.
It means non-identical. Oh, it's for non two egg twins.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Two
Let's see.
eggs.
It comes from the word two, egg, and egg.
That is an excessive amount of ease.
That's what you get when your word for egg is just two e's.
E.
What a fucking miracle this word is.
I
So,
love it. It's
so
just hilarious.
two is zwei, which is zwee, and then egg is ee, and then it ends on a suffix which is eg.
Yeah.
This
and
is how you
have to put the trimmer so you know, okay, there's still a freaking pronunciation there.
I like the.
E.
Oh yeah, it means two eggish. Nice. All right, kids and kidettes. The people at the end of the hallway are having a chit chat, and they're not necessarily paying all that much attention. But if you cross through, they'll probably notice you. If only because you're being followed by a narrator who keeps singing and cutting eyed you. It's quite a lot of song. Proof of the superiority of white culture is
So
the
that's-
techno remix.
What a statement.
What? I just like making dumb statements. Sue me.
So Silvana, do you have a plan or what are you doing over there?
I was just saying how far away I was.
Zweig.
'cause
So you put
Could
your
have a bow
measuring
battle.
tape out to have a look.
Stillwater,
Just
if you
kind
just...
of like, I mean, I could. I doubt I'd be able to sneak my way down that hallway. We're both just standing there, and their whole job is to watch that hallway.
No,
But
there's
they
pillars in the
don't
way.
seem to be sleeping.
There are pillars in
also-
the way, yes, that you could hide behind. They're
I
wide
mean,
enough for
they
you.
could think that this is a rolling cabbage.
The rare and elusive underground rolling cabbage.
Yeah, like those dwarf things in the desert of the Wild West.
tumbleweed.
You mean the
Yeah,
Russian
exactly.
tumbleweed that came from Russia
Yeah.
and then just destroyed the Midwest?
Yeah, I saw that on.
The
QR.
Russians will
Oh,
never
this
develop a
Nightmare.
biological weapon as effective as their fucking tumbleweeds.
Yeah, just sneak like that. That should happen. That should work, I guess.
Ah, yes. Ah, the tumbleweed in bloom. But they only bloom when they're sitting still, so one of them has nature, they can figure it out. So be careful. All right, Stillwater, you're at the end of the hallway. If you stay here, you're gonna get seen because you're standing in the hallway and they can see you. There's a line of sight.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like hide behind the pillar.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
What's your plan for approaching them? Because that's what you're gonna do, right?
Think so? But
Like I don't know
mean,
what you're
like,
trying to achieve.
It kind of depends on what everyone else is thinking. It's like I can try and get close to them, but you guys are all like mostly melee. You're
Well,
just gonna have to rush down.
I have.
If I distract them when I'm up close.
I'm okay at sneaking if I'm not rolling horrible.
That's always the
Um,
caveat, isn't it?
Hmm.
I'm
I was,
pretty good in sneaking if I transform into a pest.
oh wait. We
like-
also found. Oh, we have a invisibility potion.
Yes,
Uh,
that is a potion you may have.
Hmm.
But if I transform into a pest, I'm super slow and weak to everything.
And don't turn into a pest.
But
I mean,
sneaking
like,
is.
I can try and get over there and distract them at the very least, and then you guys can all run down the corridor. That way you're not getting shot at the whole way.
Nigel.
Hmm.
So, yeah, you're gonna have to sort something out. I mean, you could measure the hallway and see how long it would take for you to run all the way across. It'd be like a whole turn of running, of just solid
Yeah.
running.
And then they'd get some free pot shots at us. So, yeah, I'm going to try and sneak down, and then you guys can all rush in behind me.
Can't we just make them come to us? I don't know.
Well, I can't shoot that far.
So, if you decide to
Probably
wait
got
on them,
fan-
odds are that they can get reinforcements involved, or there are people in rooms closer to you that can just pop out. Like,
Yeah.
don't assume things are fine just because they aren't terrible.
Don't want to raise the alarm of the whole place.
Yes.
Do you?
So yeah, I'm going
What a concept.
try and sneaky sneak.
This is gonna end so bad.
Let me see how good these guys are at noticing things. There we go. The called Archer Sentry. 21. So yes, you can sneak your way up without getting detected. You
Sneak.
all American hero.
Sneaky sneak. Sneaky sneak.
Basically, every time they are looking at you, you just hide in a freaking card box.
Big sneak.
And if they hear something, they are saying afterwards, must have been my imagination.
Yeah, they do seem to be enjoying having a little chitty chat, but it's
Must
just
be
idle
hearing
conversation about what they've had for dinner and all.
I love when in Skyrim, their companion just dies and they say, must have been my imagination.
Well, they just take an arrow to the forehead.
Yes.
Must have been my imagination.
Yeah.
God, what a stupid video game.
But it was made by an incredibly powerful and influential company. Logically, it's a great game, despite their complete lack of
Oh,
effort in
fuck.
making the game any good.
Alright,
Also, everything clips.
I'll try and give the signal to everyone to get in position, and then I'll jump them.
Okay.
Can you jump that high?
Not. I mean, jump as in like jump out and attack. I'm not gonna
You're using words and using the alternative meaning of words.
I'm not gonna leap 20 feet.
Listen, I don't like your defeatist attitude.
I can try, but I've only got little legs.
I only got
I'm
little
not a
legs.
flea.
You're not on fleek now. All right. Everyone else, what's the holdup? What are we doing? How are we doing this? Who am I punching?
Oh,
Guess
yes.
I could also try and sneak forwards.
If you do that, Stillwater will lose their tactical advantage because they get to use that 23's initiative.
Oh, right. Well, guess I'll. When Stillwater makes their move, I'll run.
Yeah,
And
as
Stillwater
soon
goes
as
and makes their
Stillwater,
move.
yeah, I'm gonna also start running then, but while having raised my shield. Because I'm not stupid. They have arrow.
Probably get the shield boys to run in first.
Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
Alright, so we're going for a nice charge. Alrighty, tidy.
Yeah.
What's this
Oh.
here?
Oh boy.
I mean, you set the initiative, Stillwater, so don't worry. You. Okay, excuse me. Those rolls don't count apparently because apparently I didn't click initiative. I clicked perception because I'm stupid.
I mean, it's the same roll, isn't it?
Anyway, initiative technically starts on your turn since you're the one starting it. You know, you're opening the fight. Everyone else is just kind of responding to it. They aren't even aware what they're responding to at that time.
Oh, 60.
Just reveal a little bit more of the area since you're closer now.
Mudfridge.
Mudwedge? What does it mean?
It's a wretch that's muddy.
All right, Stillwater, you bust a move, baby.
Bustin'.
Bustin', 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 bustin' makes you feel good, feel good.
It's that Ghostbuster remix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He ain't afraid of no bed.
Not afraid of no sleep.
Okay, well, they're flat-footed. So whoever you hit, you just hit with your cool 10. Ow!
Just the guy in the guy on the left.
It takes the ouchies.
Yeah.
You have one more
I'm
action.
Scary cabbage.
Scary
I'm
cabbage.
Scary tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the gods not be with ye thee today. Sorry, you think that
definitely not a distraction.
the call for action has been given.
Oh. Yep. I just
The signal.
boog it down the corridor.
Marvelous. Moving down the corridor.
All 3 actions on this.
This guy has been stabbed, and he's like, "Ow! I have been stabbed." That's not good.
That's no
He
good.
stumbles back, and for a moment. Let's see. Does this last all the way through? Oh, this is just okay. They're just gonna give it the old college try. They quickly stumble back and try to, and then, with great and reckless abandon, they'll fire that little composite bow at you. Pew! 28 for
Holy.
4. They're
My AC
one
is
off that
19,
crit
so
though.
it's not a crit. Yeah.
Scary.
Gosh, baby in the back.
So I'm gonna raise my shield and then run my 2 movements, I guess.
Do as you must, not as you wish.
And I'm done.
Handsome. Marvelous. Next, from the waters rises a creature made of mud and spit. Well, mostly mud. I really like that apparently when I switch to initiative, it automatically selects a token, so I don't have to switch to the GM layer before I can switch him back to the token layer. Anyway, it's a muddy boy!
Muddy boy.
I mean, his
Mud
face.
man.
He has a very sad face, by the way. He's a pretty sad boy. Oh yeah, I should probably give you experience for those guys you just beat up. Give me like 2 seconds as I take care of this. I think it was a bodyguard, so that's 5 now, and another dancer, so that's 2. Almost there. After this, you're going to reach level 3. How nice. The mud wretch leaps and latches from the water. However, it's kind of slow, so it takes a little bit of time to get over to Stillwater first. Let's see. Okay, no, it's gonna. You know what? It just wants to grab you, little Stillwater. What's your fort DC?
16.
It has its big muddy hands on you.
Ah,
Now you should be careful because this thing can do some nasty stuff. It can squeeze you with those big meaty hands, which is to say that it has the constrict ability, and you're starting to become familiar with it. Blart! In the back.
Lord, I common.
clonk, 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 clonk.
Oh, Lord, he coming.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, Blart running. Let's welcome Mr. Archerman in the back. You know what? He'll start by trying to take out his bow because he didn't have it out all the way. Sorry, you can take a reaction because you kind of rush in at the last moment to take your strike.
Oof.
You miss,
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
standing directly adjacent to Stillwater just aims. I don't know how he missed a point blank shot, but you know, it's probably because someone was swinging a sword at him.
Yeah, he's kind of nervous and distracted
Stillwater,
by.
you
I'm
can slip
being
around
held.
him and perhaps get him in the back.
What did
Although
Wally
you're grabbed
do
right now,
again?
you can't move.
Yeah,
You want to solve that problem first?
I can certainly try.
Optimistic of you.
What was it? Just athletics to get out of that?
Just athletics. You can use athletics, acrobatics, or an attack roll.
Oh, good. So my athletics is 0, so. Well, it's not gonna help.
Marvelous. Marvelous. What a
My
world we live
sick
in.
flips won't work.
Well, you can try again, but it has the attack trait, so every future attempt is a -5.
Yeah.
As do all your normal attacks.
Interesting.
Can't roll to save my life.
Yeah, that
Canted
I
thee,
remember.
canted thee.
And then I guess I'm screwed.
Oh my goodness, yes, it also has the vol. Okay, so that shot went just way fucking wide, I guess.
He's too close, too close. Oh no.
Hmm. Kind of difficult to aim a longbow at somebody who's right next to you.
Yeah,
Or within 30 feet of you.
meant to like shoot it in an arc.
Hmm.
All right,
Last
Yep.
attempt.
all right.
Can't really do it.
So
Oh,
by
so
some
last attempt.
Bison miracle, bison miracle,
Bison.
a miracle of the bison.
Hmm.
Well, that's kind of nice. You managed to slip out of those hands, but then it's Asaru's turn. Asaru, what do you do?
Alright.
What a clusterfuck that arrow was, those modifiers. What is that seal? It's so round!
He's a chunky boy.
It's hella chunky.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pull that archer out of balance.
Dude, that
Snag
fucking
it.
mudman. Woo.
Man. I think 15 hits that guy.
We'll have a lot of look-see. Once I show these gifts to some good friends. All right. No, these guys have armor class 19, unless you have something that changes that.
Doubtful. Okay, well, if that doesn't hit, then I switch to a two-handed power attack instead on the...
Sexy.
Oh, I didn't press the number 2, so that's a minus
Doesn't
5.
matter, man. It's a crit. It's crit. Crit's a crit. It takes exceptional circumstances for a crit not to be a crit. Like
Okay.
being a modifier minus 10 usually. Anyway, you overkill him by killing him in a single blow.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, destroying
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
accidentally faint by trying to pull him out of balance and then bisect him.
The archer sentry is just gonna move over here a bit. It's gonna take a little bit of a, and then they're gonna try to hit you, Mr. Saru. Yoshk.
And miss.
Yoshk, how do you feel about some things today? I hope you're feeling fine. And also quite sublime.
How far is he go now? Ooh, still in range. I'm gonna throw a flame at the archer at the back.
Wow, you're so rude.
Cause that's what I do all the time.
It's just what you do. It's just what you do. Alrighty, howdy. Produce flame at the guy, at the baby in the back. At the sentry, you said?
Yes.
That hits for 6. Ouch. Ooh. What the hell's going on in my stomach today? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I can't keep a straight face. I don't know why. Why is it exclusively when I'm hosting games? It's not when I'm streaming anything else. It's not when I'm talking at anyone else. It's just during streams that I get gassy. And everything just starts making noises.
So stop eating whatever you were eating before.
Perhaps
eating.
you have a plan.
End statement.
Instead.
Okay, so this is a very fun one that I just figured out this thing can do. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Apparently, it can also turn to a puddle of mud, but that's not really relevant. It kind of slides over. And first, I need to reveal more of these hallways. Thank you for reminding me.
Those
I really need to be
hallways?
paying attention.
All I get.
Well, I've been kind of focused in a different direction.
Yes, you were focused on them. Alrighty, tidy then. Mudwretch decides to spew mud at Stillwater and Asaru, the most dangerous things in the room. He rolls for a whopping 4 damage. Roll me that reflex
Wow.
save, good sirs.
That's really.
You take none. You also take none.
That's kind of amazing.
It misses.
It's just being gross.
Paul Blart
Just
is starting to feel the pain of having slightly reduced movement speeds.
2d10 to manage to
Clonk, clonk,
make it
clonk,
fall.
clonk.
Clonk, 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 clonk. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Dun 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 dun.
Right.
Spush.
I'm kind of imagining now flailing mud,
Yeah.
and it's kind of
I mean,
disgusting.
let me just double check and make sure the state doesn't have any resistances. Oh, it's actually resistant to 3 except bludgeoning. Sploosh! That does a full
Yeah.
9.
That makes
And
sense.
then I'll try to knock it down.
That's quite heroic of you.
Yeah.
Its
Yeah,
reflex
it's
check
something-
is actually 14. The reflex DC is 14, so it does fall down. It splashes into the ground.
No, because I have to account for a -5.
In that
my
case, you
second
actually
class.
miss by 1. Whoa, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's Stillwater.
That's me.
Is it though? Is it though? I like to think not. Ha 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 ha.
Well, I'm just gonna accept the attack of opportunity and go for the archer.
Oh,
I have no bludgeoning weapons other than slapping, so
oh yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, it's only resistance 3. It doesn't look that resistant to physical attacks. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy's a threat, so.
You know, that's very rude of you to be like, hey, you're a threat. I hate you. Wait. Oh dear Jeepus. Oh, you're going for the guy in the back. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes down from those 2 blows. He had 14 hit points left. You got a total 18.
Yay.
Asaru.
I did a miter.
The Mudwretch spat at thee. Thee, no less.
Yeah, it's not nice.
I don't know, are you?
What kind of action is it to switch weapons again?
To switch weapons. A single action.
Okay.
No, it's actually it's a free action to drop it and then and then an action to take it out. So do the math. It's simple.
I don't really want to drop my sword. I just switch from my bastard sword to a great club.
Handsome.
Go for a bash
How bashful.
on the
Big
bridge.
cash.
You decide to
Sploosh.
exploosh it with a big splashing. If only you were flanking it, it would have been a critical.
Hmm.
We would have done 2 whole extra damage.
2
Yosh.
damage.
The Mudwretch looks like it's going to give Asaru a good old drowning.
That's no good.
Drowning is illegal in some countries. But not all of them.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of a lake, and a police officer swims up to you and says, "Hey, you're drowning. You're under arrest."
Halt, you are under arrest.
Please
I'm
cease
gonna-
crimes.
Throw another flame at the Mudwretch. Which misses.
Ah, too bad. It's actually weak to fire. Which is weird and gets me. Ugh.
Then I'm gonna try to
Try stab.
demoralize it.
I mean, it is weak to desiccation. It is mud. If you dry it out, it's probably going to suffer something.
Yeah.
Actually, if it takes 7 or more fire damage from a single effect, nice. Doesn't get high. Wow, there's a lot of ways to make this thing just... You try to intimidate mud, and you succeed by some miracle. The mud is slightly
Yes.
scared. I want you to teach everyone you know these arcane tricks that allow you to scare mud.
I can't. It's a druid secret.
The mud is scared. However, it's a simple elemental. Oh, excuse me. I forgot that it has an aura. It should come with this. These things have aura sections. Ugh. There. Doesn't matter too much. It didn't change all that much about the encounter, so luckily. But for next time, I'll remember to exploit this more. It makes sense for archers to have someone like this. Oh boy. Mr. Asaru, it will still try to grab you. It's slightly spooked, however, so it has a -1. Okay,
Okay.
that hits.
Hits.
It grabs you, and then... can it do constrict on the same turn it grabs you? Yes.
Oof.
Also, please suffer 1d6 persistent bleed damage on your turn. As
Oh boy.
when it constricts you, it just really just squeezes you out. Also, I like that if it's dehydrated, it can use the blood to hydrate itself. I'm thirsty. Blurt. It's got Asaru on 1 hit point left. Although he gets to make a DC 18 fort save first. Asaru, show me the goods.
Oh, right. I take 3 damage from that.
No. You fort save. Fort save.
Oh.
The fort save determines if you take all of it or half of it or double. Yeah, normal 3. Okay, you're down to 1. That persistent bleed damage is going to bring you over the brink.
Mm.
You might want to call a friend. Despite your bestest attempts, No, none of those hit. Armor class is 16. And it's also no longer spooked because that's how that wears out. Stillwater.
Flail.
Okay. I'll step you over here, which is flanking with Bloody Blot. And then... yeah.
I appreciate your
Stack
gumption. So that's -3, so that is 4, 9, and then we got a 22 that hits too. So that's 7, 4. Ooh, it's down to just a couple. It looks like it's gonna start turning into a proper puddle of mud soon. But first, Asaru, it's released you because you know you're about to bleed out. It doesn't care.
When do I take the?
At the end of your turn, you
persistent-
take the damage, and then it rolls to see if it persists.
Puddle of Mud is a man.
Okay. Well,
I knew I recognized that from somewhere.
so I'm free to act.
You're free to act.
Well,
Listen,
splurt.
I want to know who fills a balloon with concrete.
Joyful.
Marvelous.
Someone who
You
likes
destroy it,
taking
and then
hands
Asaru, because of all the bleeding, falls into a dying state.
Oh,
Means gets a little skull face.
Go 5 minutes without dying.
Would you like to do something about his current state of being, of losing more blood than he should?
Yes. How about administer some first aid to stop the bleeding?
Sure.
Or is he not bleeding anymore when he's dying, or how does that work?
I think if you treat wounds, you just like. I think bleeding tends to stop if you heal someone. Let me actually look it up. Persistent damage. Persistent damage rules.
I mean,
I've been squeezed by.
Oh, you might
someone.
administer first aid to staunch the bleeding.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Let me look this up for a minute. Let me see what staunch the bleed. Administer first aid. Okay, make a minister check. Okay. Oh, I guess it's a DC 18 medicine check to slap a band-aid on it.
Alright.
And after that, unless anyone else is planning to do anything else, Asaru has to roll death save. Or recovery check, I think it's officially called.
I mean, I can help.
Well, the
Some
bleeding will stop, which means that he's not going to accrue a lot of bleedings. Oh wait, let me actually check one thing, because I have to roll DC.
Yeah.
Okay, no, the bleeding would have continued, and they would have essentially taken a whole extra, you know.
Yeah, that was the idea.
So is anyone got anything that can get Asaru to 1 hit point? Otherwise, they have to roll recovery check.
When they are still dying, so somebody has to administer first aid to stabilize them. Because I only stopped the bleeding.
I can try. I have some medicine.
Okay, it's DC
Yes.
16.
Okay. So I got like a 50-50 shot. Hey.
Cool. Asaru is stabilized as many people rub all kinds of herbs and stuff on him.
So how
Maybe.
long was the last week bounce on him?
By the way, do any of you have a lesser healing potion on them?
No.
Oh,
You already took that one.
yeah, you've been drinking all of them.
There's still one unclaimed one in the loot pile.
Well, in that case, you can probably drink that one too.
Drinking all the healing potions. Okay. Well, I guess while you're administering me, you just pour it down my throat.
Yeah.
Probably.
Lesser healing, that was 2d8, I guess.
Yes.
1d8.
Judy.
The minor is 1d8, lesser
Ah,
is
man.
2d8.
Ooh.
Oh, that's better then.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh. Win.
Now that's one zesty potion.
Mm.
So, do you think how long was it ago when we had it downstairs?
I mean, considering the pace you've been going at, which I'm going to describe as, it might have been an hour.
We've been kind of
So,
bumbling about.
Sneaking around.
Yeah, you can call it sneaking all you like, but that doesn't change you were bumbling.
yeah, so should
Can be
we
both.
You can't.
take
It's illegal.
some? Should we take 10 minutes off to treat some wounds?
Don't call it wounds.
Wounds? No, that sounds stupid.
I have to treat the wounds everyone took.
Yeah.
Well, sure, you can
It's
take a little bit of time.
mostly still water and this arrow.
You know, I don't want to tell you how you guys to live your life, but, you know, if you want healing potions, maybe start ransacking the places you visit by not just sticking to the hallways, because hallways tend to not contain things. Just a word of advice, considering that apparently you have an addiction to this stuff.
I mean, we've looked in
mean-
most of the rooms we've come across so far. We just dealt with this hallway because there were bad guys at the end of it.
Yeah. So I don't really get what you mean. It's not like we could have checked those rooms while we were on attack.
Sure.
And we checked all the other rooms and the other pathways we
You
already
did close
went.
off a portal that probably went to a fancy place. But
Yeah, but that was not my
Hell,
thing. I didn't do that. That was Esau on its
point is,
on his own.
your friend has an addiction to potions. You should maybe talk to him about that.
Mm.
No, that's fine.
He's fine.
Okay.
It's not an addiction. It's just a need. It's medicinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an addiction if your doctor gives it to you. That's how
Yeah.
opioids get away with it.
It's basically his treatment for
Mm.
his addiction.
The American
Of other
opioid
stuff.
addiction is is legalized drug abuse, and every single person at the top will defend it.
So since he does really want us to check all the rooms, we should
No.
check all the rooms.
I mean, you should do what you wanna. I'm just saying that if you
I
want to
mean, that's-
continue having
that's
it,
kind of what I was.
I'm just saying that if you
I was
want to
gonna
continue
do
to have an
anyway.
addiction to the stuff, you might want to consider.
Mm.
I mean, I was gonna head back and explore them anyway, because that's what I do. Just now
Sarah
that we're
needs
not
its
in
laudanum.
constant threat of death.
The constant threat of the GM being moderately disappointed. Can you imagine having to look your gum in the eye and they go, "I'm so sad." Wait. Paul Bunyan.
So what you're telling me is that all healing potions are actually laudanum.
I'm saying the healing potions are expensive.
Mm.
You druggie.
Yeah, but life is more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the poor tax works. Poorer you are, the more life costs.
All right.
Start with this.
But enough about the economics of life and the value
What-
of high quality goods. You killed a mud wrench. You're level 3.
What do your capuchiners hear through this door?
I need to add mud wrench to the list. I need to add archer sentry. I need to figure out what their experience rewards are. I think the mud wrench was at 40, and the archers are also 40. So that's 40 and 40, and then 2 of those and then 1 of those. Okay, cool. You guys are level 3, by the way, in case you're dinguses.
Hmm.
But you want to take care of that right now?
Okay.
You level up, or do you want to take care of that after we have to finish up the session? Anyway, the door you're right next to seems to have someone who's just grumbling to themselves, like idly going. Ugh.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
Yeah, they just seem very upset about something. Like they were told they weren't allowed to go to the bathroom when they wanted to.
Should we give them some more reason to grumble?
Rude.
Teach them the true meaning of grumbles.
Hmm.
I'm not an
Although-
expert on that.
Those
You
sound
could
like
probably just speak to them first.
those sound like fighting words to me.
Oh,
Peek open the door and introduce ourselves.
Peeking inside, you find a small armor. God damn it! I click reveal areas and it's like, no, you want to hide it. It doesn't change the icon. It's so dumb. I'm kind of miffed about this. I kind of want to bonk the game
Kind
on
of
the head.
mad about it, yeah.
I want to bonk the game on the head for it. Point is, you look into a room and you see an orc sitting on one of several crates. There are a few racks of weapons around as well.
Hello there.
I mean, you don't see him.
Peekaboo.
Someone's just peeking inside.
wow, it's almost a 10 by 10 room with a orc sitting on a chest.
On a crate.
Amazing.
Want to go and give him the cabbage special?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems to be moping, so maybe you could sneak up on him. It's a bit of a tough gamble, though.
I'll give it a go.
Well,
Yeah.
thus far.
Yeah, it worked all the time. For now.
All right, you decide to. I mean, sneaking's all you're good for, apparently. Everything else is a gamble with you. All right, let's
Pretty
see.
much.
Well, yeah, you actually manage to sneak up on him. However, you only get one action before he'll notice that you're close to him because he isn't completely distracted.
Guys.
It's a slashing. Oh, oh. Did you know that when I made these orcs that you were supposed to fight in that place a little while ago, I gave them all resistances and weaknesses to certain abilities. This guy's weak to slashing. So when you hit him in the back, his specialized armor caves in and he farts and falls over.
You're a freaking assassin, Kavik.
Yeah.
Game over, yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom real fast, actually. I gotta go tinkle.
Pee break.
Pee
Now
break!
you're
Hey, break.
tummy.
Pee break!
Pee break.
Okay.
Do Lushies pee?
Stabbed that orc so hard, Safi peed themselves.
Okay. Should we go down the corridor here, or there seems to be a door in that room?
Oh, we can wait until Safi gets back, and then I was going to look at what
Yeah,
the crate
maybe
that
look
orc
at the
is sitting on.
crates. Maybe some fancy weapons are in there.
Oh yeah, the whole spiel.
That was like 5 minutes ago, Bell.
And probably should look through the rooms, see if there's something useful.
Like a band-aid.
Oh yeah. Remember that we have something called a viper arrow. If you want to shoot that at something at some point.
What does
Snake
that
shot.
do again?
Yeah, it's a
Poisons and turns
Ah,
into a snake.
yes.
yeah.
Just
Neat.
use the stuff.
I'll write that down so I don't forget about it.
And yes, I forgot I also have a staff for fire. So I still have one-time use of burning hands for today. Very nice.
Oh yeah, and Yoshk should probably holding on to the scrolls that we've been finding. Because we do have a scroll of bless and harm and magic weapon.
I forgot to take those. Whoopsie.
Yeah, well, they're on the loot sheet.
Yeah.
Useful things.
We should probably pin that loot sheet.
Uh,
Thank you very much.
mm,
Where do you get all these anti-joke memes from anyway?
pin. Okay.
Ba-ba-ba. I'm Baba Baba back. Baby.
Welcome back.
Well done, you did it.
Yes.
Solved the P puzzle.
You saved the world, 2P.
So yeah, we are rummaging through the crates in this room.
They seem to have quite the supplies. How silently can you rummage through this? Because there's a lot of stuff here that might make some noise. Like, there's a set of full plate in there. A whole bunch of weapons and arrows.
Hmm.
Relatively.
Alright, that's good enough, I'll say. Wow,
Sarah,
Sarah.
please.
As I mentioned, there are some sets of full plate around inside these crates. There's also some breastplates, a few chain shirts, if you want to nick them all and throw them on the market. There's also a couple of just ordinary shields. One of the shields has like a big rune carved to its front. It can be identified as a minor sturdy shield. Those are both valuable and extremely useful for defense because holy crap can they take a beating.
Okay, well, maybe one of you shield havers should take that.
There are several boxes with oilcloth wrapped arrows, one of which has a bundle of about 12 arrows, each of which has carved into it a +1 striking rune.
Oui.
Indeed. Unfortunately, you cannot easily transfer runes from ammunition onto weapons. They usually made in batches of 10, so the magic's sort of thinned out. But hey, if you want to give someone a good old spanking, there you go. There are also a couple of rune stones for +1.
How many of those oil arrows were there?
No, they were arrows wrapped in oilcloth. There's a dozen, so 12, +1 striking arrows. Also among these strange arrows are a collection of about 4 vine arrows, which you can shoot at someone to essentially tanglefoot them. There's also a few crates that are basically completely empty, implying that they have not received all supplies or have begun distributing them.
Somebody has looted them before us.
I mean, it's their stuff. It's not looting if they did it. Or maybe there was a thief here. Who knows?
Another adventure.
Or maybe it was you from another game where you moved down here faster. And it bled into our universe.
Yeah, that totally happened.
Sometimes universes collide.
Incredible.
If you want to do a QPU jump to figure it out, you can do that if you want. I don't know if there's any geometry that will allow you to build the speed necessary, though.
There's some stairs back there. We can find a way.
Oh boy, full plate.
Oh boy, full plate.
I'm still in that.
It's a little heavy.
If you
And
want
it's not
if you want some
exactly your
privacy
size, but it will do.
To get changed.
How many full? Was there one full plate or multiples?
There are like 3-4 sets of them. You can't seem to find some of the parts of the last one.
Well, if Blood is taking one set of full plate, I'll take another.
At some point during the proceeding, the door... God damn it, the stupid reveal tool being busted is so annoying. The door beside you open up as an orc pokes his head through and says, "You can come back. Wait a minute. Why are you all unpacking everything?"
We're investigating to see if everything's in place.
I'm pretty sure you're not the people that manage the stockpile around here. That inventory guy's name. Bosun? Boatswain? What was his name again? Not the purser.
Boatswain.
Anyway,
Swain.
you're not the armorers. He accusatorily points his finger at you, and a guy behind him scoots up closer. Scoot, scoot. Stillwater, the man, steps aside and demands that you come into this room and answer his questions, and stop messing with that box.
Okay.
Well, are you going to answer his questions or what?
Yeah, we're new. I'm sorry, we didn't apply all our appropriate paperwork just yet. Because somebody, and I look back to the group, keeps, misplacing parchment number 4E.
Can you roll me some deception, because you're weaving an incredibly deep web of lies. Let's see if you can keep it straight. Let's see. What is their I think their will DC, or no, it's perception DCs. So while this guy over here is definitely fooled by your carefully woven lies, the one to your south is not, and he waggles his finger at you. I think we're gonna take you to the big boss to answer a few questions, because I get the feeling you're a little thief, taking things you aren't supposed to.
Oh, little old me.
He reaches over
Give
to
him
try
a
and grab and
alias
pick you up
thinker.
off the ground, like the little lettuce you are.
Hey, Rude. Guys, little help?
A moment.
Well, he doesn't grab you, so.
Oh. Interesting. Blackmail gives you +3 to dex saves to avoid
No.
damaging effects.
No. Read that a little bit closer.
Bulwark replaces your dex mod with +3.
Yep.
Oh.
Which is cool with me because my dex mod is 0, so we profit.
So it's just an effective +3.
My dex
If your
mod
dex is -1, it's an effective
2.
+4.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dex mod is 2, so that's a +1 for me.
I mean, it has some issues around some of your tail bits and your snout, but other than that, it works. It suffices. Anyway, Stillwater, they tried to arrest you, and now that you've resisted, you forced them. You forced their hand.
Guys, little help?
Yeah, it's a moment.
Unfortunately, oh god damn it! I always forget to clear out the initiative first.
Just
Wrong guy. Whoops. I mean, to be fair, their sheet names are so close.
I forgot to
get addressed.
select my
Yes, here.
token. Thank you.
The big brute is a bit slow on the uptake. The other guy, however, is fast to. All ready to go. I don't see Blart.
Yeah, I wonder if Stillwater went over there before we finished changing or not.
I imagine you finished changing at that point.
Alright.
Sexalicious. The Saru. Stillwater needs your help.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting used to my new armor. My tail poking out weirdly through the back. Yeah. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Can I reach them from here?
Like, not really. They're through a door. They're very hard to reach from here.
Okay. Well, my movement is
They have
enough
essentially full cover. Not total
Squeeze
coverage.
past.
Yeah. Okay, you squeeze past awkwardly.
Eh.
Pop out the other end.
Which of these seems more the leader
This guy,
type?
the one who actually has a sense of intelligence on his brow.
Mustache? Or is that his mouth open?
Okay, stacking strike on him.
In some universes, it's both. You decide to attack the big man, and you hit him. Bam.
He's flat-footed.
Actually, he is resistant to slashing, so let me give him 5 hit points back. As he is quite keen using his large staff to block slashing blows.
Well, I pull him off balance. He's flat-footed now.
Marvelous. Wiggle, wiggle.
Takes a second.
Smash. For an extra 1 damage. Marvelous. Stillwater, you're a little baby. Short and stout. Stillwater, yeah.
He's flat-footed now.
Yes.
Can go in. And since he resisted the slashing, I'll go with piercing instead.
Handsome.
Great roll.
Well, on the plus side, that second one actually manages to deliver quite a powerful blow of 12. Pow. Mr. Iron... Oh, God damn... He's gonna do 2 things. First,
Jeszcze z pół godziny może. Co? Dokąd? A,
Miss.
do it.
alright. O. Guess I'll charge in.
Ah. Wow. Dodge. He could dodge that without his armor.
And then try to trip him with my second attack.
As if you would ever trip this fine. Whoops.
Yeah, not with rolls like that.
His reflex save is 14. Oh yeah, it's -5 because of Yoshk. I forget. Yoshk.
Yes.
And I mean Yoshk, as in you, as in not the thing that Eggman says when he pets things.
Gosh.
Yosh. Why do you say that, Eggman? Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna move in, just like the others.
You slip and slide like a banana peel.
And then I can attack one. The Iron Ward.
Handsome. The one you're next to. The one you're next to is he the one you snagged? I think so. So yes, you hit him. He looks pretty weak. The Iron Plate Orc, filled with all of his vim and spazzazzle. Let's see, he gets a +1 to attack and to damage until the start of his friend's turn. He heaves his weapon high, which is a humble, simple set of daggers. He's gonna go for Blart, Saru, and then little plant baby. I like that Asaru
Of course, Asari gets the crit.
Asaru is incapable of not falling over at the end of somewhere during every.
Okay.
Always.
Well, AC is 20, but... So, do I take the 14 or the 6?
So the critical bumps it up by 1 degree of success. So if 21 would normally hit without it being a critical, it becomes a critical success anyway.
Okay.
Like I said, it's
He knocks me out cold.
Yeah,
sexy. Your
back
initiative
on the
is
floor.
Stillwater. Why is Saru so good at playing dead?
Because he just loves to take all our potions.
At this point, Parasmus is going to give him a call and go stop it.
So he plays that, so we give him our potions, I
think
guess.
still wounded though. Now, yeah, he's like dying too now because he was wounded from before.
Iron Rod Boy.
Who are you stabbing, good sir?
Iron Rod Boy.
Iron Rod Boy goes down.
And then on Stink Boy Magoo. Got a feint.
I'm not stinky. His deception
Ah, that's
DC is
terrible.
12.
Oh, still
He's
beef it.
so dumb. He's like, hey, I know that one. So proud of
Well,
himself.
Oops, that's supposed to be mine.
That still misses by 1. Who is this man?
He's too good at this.
Backs and weaves, dodges, and jukes. Despite being a noob. A little weenie.
He's the king.
He's so proud of himself. He feels the rush of battle. In fact, he might just go into a rage on his next turn.
Oh no.
Yo, you're backed into a corner, man.
Oh no, that makes him kind of scared. With his 12 abilities.
He's spooked.
And then I'll try to trip him over again.
It's 14, DC 14. Ooh, there he goes. Ah, and he falls over.
And then I can attack him.
Well, I think that's actually gonna be a crit. Ooh.
Yeah,
Takes 9.
because being frightened reduces his AC by 1 and being on the ground probably by 2.
Yeah, he's left with it. Most important, however, is that he's resistant to bludgeoning 5. Because his specialized plate armor is designed to absorb punches and other blows. Yosk.
Time to stabilize. Is that way again?
You should really stop doing this, Asaru. Let's see, what's a good DC for this big spooky man? I guess that's good enough. Asaru is stabilized, but he's now wounded 2. You should be more careful.
And then I have 1 action left. That guy over there is already intimidated, so like it's not like demoralizing can stack, I suppose. So how about we just throw a javelin at him?
You just take out a javelin and fucking hug it. What the hell, man? You're within spitting distance of the man and you throw a javelin at him.
Yeah, because
There's no honor
I
here.
can't spit at him.
There is
That
no
one's probably
honor
the
here.
Oh, damn it, I missed.
Doink.
The Iron Plate Orc is invigorated, filled with vim and vigor, as he throws himself into a frenzy.
On the ground, but frightened.
Yes, but he essentially turns into a large, sharp cloud of anger as he swings at Blart and swings at the plant.
Good
Stillwater.
rolls.
This champion of man.
He's on the floor. He's frightened.
He's rolled-
AC's down by another 2, so
I mean, I would also rage if I got all the crowd control on me.
Okay, you stab him to death. You somewhere
Stab,
you
stab,
managed to get
stab.
your weapons into that cloud and get him get him to stop. It took some work, but you managed to do it.
we did it.
Now that you have a moment to analyze the room you're in, you appear to be in some sort of prep room. There are some armor stands, though there's no armor on them. A couple of shelves with all kinds of weird bottles on them. A few poultices, like bags with herbs and stuff in them. Also, nicely decorating this fresh room is a table, before which lies your unconscious friend.
Yeah, I start treating him.
Yeah, I'm gonna rifle through these orcs' pockets.
You
Maybe check out the bottles on the shelves.
heroically
Yeah, we're getting to it.
you heroically rifle through this man's pocket
Big baby.
with your chin, with your big chiseled chin out. How heroes do it.
can heal for 2d8, and his wounded condition is removed.
Marvelous. The guy had a oil of potency in his pockets, which he never got to use because you beat him up so fast. And he also has a minor healing potion on a belt around his waist.
Neat. That'll come in handy when someone dies again.
Ha 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 ha.
I could also continue treating him for a total of 1 hour, so he gains 20 instead of 10. That takes more time.
What are you doing rubbing your hands on people you meet? Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think we have that much time to spend here.
The
Yeah,
longer we wait around, the higher the chances someone will notice the corpses we have not bothered to try and hide.
I mean, I could treat him while you are hiding the corpses. I don't know. No, there are too many corpses about.
There's
This already took 10 minutes to treat this round, so yes.
and we left a pile of corpses in the corridor there.
Yeah. I mean, one of them is just a puddle of mud, so.
Like these ones we could hide in the crates. Maybe.
Also, just give the freaking potion of healing to Isao. He's gonna need them either way.
Oh. What kind of healing?
Minor.
Baby.
Mine.
We haven't looked at the shelf yet though.
What's on the shelves?
On the shelves is another oil of potency, 2 oils of mending. There are, like, quite a long shelf is occupied by 8 ration tonics. There are 2 minor healing potions, 2 lesser healing potions, and also crammed onto that shelf are 2 potions of barkskin.
That's what I call a haul.
It seems this is the room where they prepare themselves for combat and have a little drink to get their food and nutrients. Judging by a note that's next to it, they are behind on production for all these potions and brews.
I already see Isao drinking all the healing potions at once.
Chug, chug,
Chug,
chug.
chug, chug.
Yeah, one of those funnel things. Tip them down.
So there were 2 minors and 2 lessers healing.
That sounds about right.
Well, I'll drink one of the lessers immediately. Hey. Feeling much better.
I say we should call the session here for today, so you guys can do your level up, which I assume you're excited
Okay.
for. Level 3 is exciting.
Yeah,
It's
level
always fun.
next level spells. Yes.
Level 2 spells, baby. Those are cool. Also, your cantrips get better. Did you know?
Yes. I just read it like 2 hours ago.
Oh, general
Oh.
heat.
Our fine rogue gets deny advantage.
Yeah.
That's a
I
sneaky
can-
move.
Bravery. What does that do?
Man, your level 3 is busy. Deny advantage, general feat, skill feat, and skill increase.
Yeah. Because I'm a rogue.
Because you're a baby, and you get all the goods.
Got baby powers.
Our fighters get bravery, yes. They become less spooked.
Yep. Well, I stared death in the face quite enough.
So how does leveling up work again? Does it also heal us?
Sure.
Okay.
You're allowed to spit out the healing potion.
Oh. Okay. Whoa. That,
I'm kind
No.
of imagining Yoshi right now just spitting out a healing potion.
I imagine no one wants that one.
oh,
Come on, guys,
I
it's
guess
fine.
I get to keep that.
Spit. So I get Ooh, skill increase.
Yeah, you can make your medicine skill better, and then you can heal for more.
Yeah, that was the plan. But the DC also increases, right?
It increases from 15 to 20, but you get an extra 10 hit points recovery, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, it seems that every number you increase the DC by increases the healing by 10. So, ish.
How does assurance work again? Oh, who cares? Because I didn't get a
Alright, I
skill
get
feat yet.
bravery.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get your intimidation skill up, or your athletic skill, whichever one you think is more important.
Yeah.
And general feats are also super nice.
I'm an
Yeah.
expert at perception
I'm
now.
not in neat things.
Get the fun things, like for our good friend Asari, you can get Die Hard. Or Toughness.
You don't die all the time.
No, you can you die dying 5 instead of dying 4. Essentially, it means that when he
Yeah.
falls over, he can fall over longer.
Yeah, toughness may be better, honestly.
Yeah.
Skitter, crawl up to half your speed. Steal your
Yeah,
resolve. Oh, this is
so-
stamina thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Better to
improve
say.
my medicine then, because that's the thing I roll most often. I wonder why.
I wonder how, I wonder why. Don't forget, you can also turn a general feat into a skill feat, if so desired.
Ooh. So how does assurance work again?
It just gives you a baseline of how much you get, I think.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, it only works with your proficiency modifier, not with the ability one or something like that.
Here we go. Even the worst circumstances for base test, you should skill you're tasking you can forgo rolling a skill check for that skill. Instead, you receive a result of 10 plus your proficiency bonus. Do not apply any other modifiers.
Yeah, so that would be in my case 4 plus 3. I know, 2 plus 3. So I would always roll 13.
What?
Or I just roll with 11. Yeah.
Yeah, you can always do the good healing then.
Yeah.
So you can always go for 10 plus 2d8. That's really good, man. Who needs heal spells when you can just spend an action to slap a big old band-aid on them?
I mean, it's not an action. It's 10 minutes.
Oh yes, it's only your proficiency, so it'll be 17 actually. Yes. Oh well, you can still use the normal healing.
Yeah. I mean, only proficiency should be actually. I don't know how.
That's still nice though. I really
Plus-
like that. Just band-aid. If you're really need to patch someone up, you can just do it.
Yeah.
It's always cocktail
I'm
hour in a crisis.
Maybe I should get flayed because
Yeah.
Kind
my
of funny
speed is
how
like 15 feet in heavy armor. And that's been kind of bothersome.
Yes,
funny
the sturdy
Blade
shield
Blade-
we got. Is it made out of wood?
Roleplay is not noisy. Only chain armors are noisy.
Yeah,
Well,
mage angle.
basically what it means is that even if you have the strength requirement, our ACP still applies to stealth. So it's additionally noisy. It's not something you just overcome.
Yeah, it's just full plate isn't noisy at all.
I mean, if you're
Right,
wearing
it's-
chain under full plate, as you probably should be, then yes. But for some reason, Pathfinder doesn't even consider that. I guess they thought that full plate was weird enough already with everything that's going on around it. So what's full plate got going on? Well, it's got the plate thing. It's got bulwark. It's got reductions and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm strong enough so I ignore most of them.
You know what's really weird about chain? It doesn't apply its penalty to acrobatics and athletics checks. So really, it just comes down to stealth. Chainmail's for everyone. Yeah, because it's just stealth, thievery, athletics, and acrobatics. Weird. chainmail will still get in the way if you're trying to pick someone's pocket, but the strength bonus is just for the rest. Ugh, weird. What a world we live in. Anyway, say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Oh,
Bye, stream.